With bullets holding light. With his rejuvenation device. Never. Assessing.
Catheter destroyed. Free energy if you can reach it. But extends. I will restore my life or avenge my death.
Assessing.
Energy go away. You've suffered extensive damage. capacitor out. Set it while it's energized. Reviving me is strategically optimal. Thank you. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Suture me up. Prove your arm.
Let's not protract your subtraction. Predicting bloodshed. Your combat proficiency is reassuringly marginal. Combat efficiency by 1.4%. Balancing the equation. Maintaining countermeasures. Repositioning for cover. Moving to a more fortified position. Your combinations are terrific.
Who needs to die? Thank you. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Stun weapon.
worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.
We should get ourselves to those peace talks post-haste, Commander. Wouldn't want to miss out on any of the mayhem and carnage.
Agent, over here. I assume you had a chance to speak with Landon. That is, Seer Wiley. I appreciate the sentiment, but there is now ample evidence disproving that fact. Perhaps if I had been a better friend to Landon... No. Those hypotheticals are best considered in private, I think. Yes. Better to focus on our gains than our losses. I won't keep you. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming them. I had intended to offer you access to one of our experimental weapons, but it seems you already helped yourself to it. You always do seem a step ahead of me. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% scathed.
Then increment your bravery index. My goodness. You novices and your theatrics.
acquired the scholarship we asked for? Of course you do. You're currently standing outside of an anchor hold. My colleague and I have chosen to as anchorites of the Order, it is our duty to postulate on the universe's... We observe periods of rest like all living creatures, but otherwise, yep. Anything else we can assist? Excellent timing. We're nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, Well, now, this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares. You too, huh? Hush. The theoreticians are talking. Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop. Maybe.
Given your stance, you'll be wanting a weapon rather than armor, I'm sure. You can retrieve it from the same drawer where you deposited our research materials. We appreciate your time. If you have a spare 4 hours, feel free to stay and observe our period of silent, sustained reading. Otherwise, until we next confer.
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help? My supplies are running low. Welcome back. I can tend to your injuries, provided you... Many thanks. Right as rain.
$1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.8. I haven't any time.
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in matriarch's space.
So many dead. Places falling.
You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Stranger, the order bids you welcome, but also warnings.
Standing by to stupefy.
Pacific unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Go for torpification.
Best we start discussing strategy, Commander.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
You have a plan, Commander? If not, may I suggest unrestrained carnage tends to grab people's attention. DeVries aims to stop the peace talks using lethal force. But she's an amateur. Let's show her how professionals cause pain. That's a lot of death, and not the fun kind.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander. Confirmed. Per the Earth Directorate Manual, a team formed of multiple agents is vital to success, especially during missions where agent attrition is likely to occur.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
We need to get back to the N-ray range so I can use the communicator there. Ziegler is in dire need of an introduction to my disemboweling knife. Such as? Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story. Why would you accuse me of such? I've nothing to hide. Whatever I do now is sanctified, and the specifics of my past are of no merit. The glorious dawn gave me a new life, and wiped away the old. As I told you, the dawn know and seek to spread the truth of the rifts. But it is even more than that to me. It is my life. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein. And I'm still not interested in discussing it.
The hostages went home safe. We'll see if those at the peace talks make it back fine as well. May all our
Berry Crunch. The K means it's authentic. Now with 110% of your daily chemicals and preservatives.
That damn Wiley put us in an impossible situation. I'm glad those hostages can go back to their family. With that data, she could wreak more havoc than we... Look, I know the choice is yours on how you want to approach this, but it's my folk in the crosshairs. If something happens to our delegate, I don't know how I'd live with myself. If there's space by your side, I hope you'll call on me. That's all I ask. If we fail to stop DeVries, this will have dire consequences for the war and everything else. So let's not fail, huh?
Careful now. You sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy. Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Someone with a little more grit. That man back there? Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I don't envy anyone in the Order's janitorial sciences. They're gonna have a hell of a time scraping him off the walls, and the floors, and the ceiling. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? No, yeah, of course. Stupid question. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. True, but DeVries is still DeVries. She's good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known after Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. I will say, it's a lot easier to do just that nowadays. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. Found it, huh? No. You know what? This one's on me. Shouldn't have or gave it away, apart from it being in my private quarters. Truth is, I was getting ready to toss that old thing. Guess I just wanted to listen to it one last time. See if I missed anything other than her. I wasn't. Get your head out of the heatsink. I don't even know what I was listening for. Some hint of who she really was? Sounds stupid. You know, I can't all these years. And the only recording I've managed to preserve is from the one person. Kind of you to say, Commander. I hope it continues. No, burn it, launch it out the airlock, do whatever you want with it. It means nothing. Oh yeah? What's needling you? Shit. Knew I was forgetting something. Well, if this ain't mortifying as law. I had some trouble adjusting, and I will. Just so long as you promise not to take notes or nothing. I'm not some patient. For those first few years, every time I laid down, I'd wake suddenly in the middle of the... Sometimes Zeb set up with me. He told me I'd get better with time, and anyway, that was the past. I'm good now. I found other ways to cope. Help. I'm not sure anyone would consider that healthy. When I'm not out there heroically saving the colony, I like to tinker around the ship or work on Val. Just remember you said that the next time I'm puttering around at odd. Was there anything else you needed, Commander? My folks they tried. I don't like feeling like I was adding to their burden. Yeah. No point missing something you're never getting back, though. That's either hope or foolishness, Commander, and I can't tell which. Even if we survive the rift, 10 years is a long time to be gone. No word. How about this? We ever make it out of this system, I'll take you back to Triangulum, Oh yeah. They're gonna get a real charge out of you. I've got time. Time to goggle the rift, Commander. We've got to get to DeVries.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this.
Doesn't take an engineer that has to guess what ship that is.
To begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
Stay still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. Preposterous. Our mission to stop the talks is a righteous one. Why would I ever jeopardize it for the likes of you?
This one's a potential font of useful information, dear. You just need to administer the proper application of force.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths by Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, we know full well she cares nothing for us, nor do we ask her to. We share her purpose, and so we fight to keep infidels like you from disrupting her plans. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. True, if we want to preserve the order, we shouldn't kill our own. But I fear that eventually the rot of beguilement will eat us from within. Indeed, you may be right. A single weed is easier to stamp out than a meadow full of them. Fine then. I surrender. See this screen? Agent DeVries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent DeVries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
No time to waste. Let's have a look at those plans. No way through that fence except in pieces. Let's find another way around.
I'm sure this was once quite impressive. Time renders everything old hat eventually.
Sovereign is regarded as being...
We need to find us a fuse to get this old thing operational again.
good. If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his depth, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion? If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous Sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Looks like those mechs are on their side. Shame. Could have been useful.
Ready to take the heat over.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Attempting to initiate. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Torpificator is charged. Commander, throwing energy your way.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical.
Would not refuse medical support.
Man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Commencing investigation. Disturbance detected.
Proceeding to try to limit further damage, Commander. Reviving me is in everyone's best interest.
to distract.
Observations suggest that matters have been delicate, but I was heartened to hear that your leaders convinced Westport residents to seek shelter. In Fairfield, things rarely end this way for the Protectorate's abandoned subjects.
We acquired their hearts and minds, yes, but the madness of the Protectorate caused their relay to obliterate the town soon after. Not the ending we intended.
One might see this as an indictment of your leadership. Enticing refugees to your cause is one thing, but you also have a responsibility to foresee danger, wherever it may be.
Once more to Golden Ridge. I'm grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages existed, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you that the survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of her situation. I do not appreciate the insinuation that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into a tizzy. Isn't that right?
Prior prior to this meeting. Enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high... success should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much has yet to be discussed.
No time to lollygag, Commander.
Good spot for an ambush. Mind your corners.
this next shot won't miss. Strike true. Don't move.
Extensive damage, Commander. Gun weapon ready, Commander.
Strike true.
Regular duck box.
Mobilizing. Standing by to stupefy. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before...
Giving up.
Fortificator at ready status.
Escalating aggression. Efficiency by 1.4%.
I'll handle this.
I can hear you scampering around the Sprat. I can hear you scampering around the Sprat.
Investigating hostile in...
Locked and loaded. Defend.
You care at all about the delegates' lives, we should push on. Debris is on the 3rd floor. I don't like the elevator as a means up there, but seems we have little choice.
suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger and an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly quarrels over power. Especially when presiding bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better people.
Foresight is nothing without propaganda, and our Minister of Marketing has already won protectorate hearts and minds. If unification is what you want, ingenuity is what you need.
So you think that your people should rule? I certainly won't downplay the powers of persuasion here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's choice has done...
Might as well be served up on a platter. We don't have much time.
Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Hello, Vicar. You are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There's only a 14% chance that you are jesting. No. If anyone in Arcadia is fit to host such discussions, it is presiding Bishop Bassar. Anyone else would be an insult.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Abara, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Oh, and once you stop me, will you stop speaking for him too? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way. Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane, don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were—
All you'll be remembered for is sending your team to the slaughter. Assassinating innocent folks for your own gain. Some legacy you're leaving behind.
I don't give a damn for my legacy. I simply wish for you to stop interfering in my work. You haven't any idea what's at play here. It's in your best interest, Commander, to hear me out. I am doing everything with what little power I have to stop the rifts from destroying the galaxy. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's choice must never have access to that technology. No. The Order's seers approached me after I arrived in Arcadia, and proved to me that I needed to act, to stop the Protectorate's rift research from annihilating our galaxy. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success. And I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. And yet it's nothing compared to the utter and complete destruction that would have come to pass. No, I did the right thing at Horizon Point, despite the cost. I had to sit with too many unanswered questions after the mission. It eventually forced me to find a way to fix the rifts. If only to stop the thoughts that plagued me. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts. And only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right at... Void, damn it all! I trust you. You know I do. Come death or damnation. Fine. I'll follow your lead. Just don't ask me to forgive her, Commander. It ain't in me. Not after all she's done.
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership with a void-damned corporation puts the lie to that. Prove, but even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not this mission is all I have. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live. Nor do I. And that's why I came here, to try to stop what I know is I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the rift data. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. All I can give is my word. There's no backup plan for me. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the...
This seems... well, we should run!
Follow me, quick!
world's not getting any smaller. Come on, Commander. Huff and puff.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister, the prototype rift modulator, is located within the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. Information on the center indicates it is a laboratory dedicated to the study of rifts. Reaching the lab may involve violence. A protectorate blockade has been erected between our designated landing pad and the center. The archive is the largest and most powerful computer in existence. It is built into the moon of Cloister, and was built by the Order of the Ascendant with the Matriarch's input. Control over the archive has changed several times since the invasion. Currently, the Protectorate has possession of it. Conclusion: the archive will not be easily accessible. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You've also received a message from Auntie's Choice. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Report on board the ACS Undisputed Clip. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander.
What happened back there? We had her cornered, bullets chambered, justice within reach, and you just let her go? What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made? Then why'd you do it? I'm gonna need time to muddle through all this, so let's just end things there. For now.
Anti-Fizzo's Spectrum Vodka. You asked for new flavors of vodka, and we heard you. Now available in brown.